everyone, I'm Oscar. Nice to meet everyone again. I'm one of the Academy trainer from Bettr Academy. I'm also an authorized ESTA tea certifier. In this episode, we're going to talk about all the brewing methods that you can use to brew tea. So there are 4 main methods to brew tea. Firstly, we have the Western method, Eastern method, professional cupping, as well as cold brew. So this is the second brewing method to brew tea. We call it the Gongfu method. What's Gongfu about it, we will find out. Right, so when it comes to Eastern style, you can actually brew a couple more infusions and you can actually taste the different layers of the teas from brew to brew. Western, we can only brew once. Okay, so take note. Alright, so today I'm using a oolong tea. It's a lightly oxidized oolong. It's a Tie Guan Yin from Anxi. And what I'm going to do now is to preheat my equipment first, and then I can start brewing the tea. There's 2 ways to hold this particular thing. This is called a kaiwan. Okay, so there's 2 ways. One of the ways is to have your 3 fingers, your thumb, your index finger and your middle finger holding on to your kaiwan, and you want to open a little slit here, right, to allow the tea liquor to exit out of your brew device. Okay, so this is one way of pouring. Another way is called the burger grip. So the burger grip, the slit is open towards you instead of the side. What we're going to do is we're going to bring up our kaiwan. We're going to hold the top and bottom, and we're going to go out and pour in. So that's 2 ways of using the kaiwan. Of course, there's many ways to hold it. So this particular kaiwan is about 120 mils. I'm using 5 grams of tea to 100 grams of water. So it reaches around here. Before the rims, it roughly sits around 100 grams. So you don't want to pour all the way to 120, where in the end you can't hold your ridges here, right, from your kaiwan. Okay, you also want to buy a kaiwan that suits your hand. If the kaiwan is too big and your hands are really small, it's very hard for you to execute your brew. So we're going to open it up, get our tea leaves in. What we're going to do, we're going to do a little shake. Right, we can assess the smell of the tea, and then we can start brewing. Okay, this is already heated up to 95 degrees. Oolong can use temperature around 90 to 100, 90 to 95. For some people, they brew it at 100 degrees, and we use a ratio of 1:20 and a brew time of just a short 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, so this is how I'm going to brew it. Very easy. Just get the water to the side. You also want to take a look at the leaves. So if the leaves are slightly more ball size, what you want to do is you want to let it sit a bit longer. So instead of like maybe 20 to 30 seconds, you will probably do maybe around 40 to 45 seconds. So I'm using a bought one, so it's basically going to sit a bit longer. So about 45 seconds, I'm going to get the first infusion out. So you don't want to open the slit too big, if not all the tea leaves will fall into your brew. Or sometimes you can actually use sieves, right, to prevent your tea leaves to go into your brew. And that's pretty much how you make your tea using the Eastern method. Cheers! So to find out more, feel free to join us in our ESTA courses, where we discover more things about tea. See you next time, guys!